Welcome to the Navigating Dental Insurance Podcast, where we don't take from insurance companies. Here are your hosts, Mr. Jordan Comstock and Mr. Ben Duine. This podcast is sponsored by BoomCloud Dental Membership Software, www.boomcloudapps.com, and Veritas Dental Resources, www.veritasdentalresources.com. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to another episode of the Navigating Dental Insurance Podcast. My name is Jordan Comstock, your host today. And today we're doing something slightly different than we've done in the past. I'm actually bringing on some of my team members here at BoomCloud to give you guys some tips and resources about in-house membership programs for your practices. Today, our guest is Parker Williams, and I've known Parker for a very long time. He's on our team, and he helps out with our marketing, and then he also helps out, he's our in-house membership program specialist. Parker has a lot of experience with membership programs and understanding that business model in other industries as well as dentistry. And Parker's going to share with us today the 8 reasons why a dental practice needs a membership program and the benefits of having a membership program for your practice. So, this is my intro. We've pre-recorded this. We've actually recorded this and posted it on our blog on BoomCloud as a video blog, but we wanted to post it here in the podcast as well. So if you want to watch us goof around on video, you can do so and go to boomcloudapps.com and watch this. But hopefully this will be a great episode for you guys today. I'm really excited to share this content, so enjoy. Welcome to another episode of BoomCloud Tips. My name is Jordan Comstock. I'm the CEO and founder of BoomCloud. I got Parker Williams here with me again today. He is our in-house membership program specialist.
Yeah.
Got a lot of experience managing membership programs. He's a stud. So today I want to talk about something that I saw on the forums today in Dental Town. And our topic today is why you need an in-house membership program. And the first thing that I want everyone watching this to do is go and buy this book. Right, Parker?
Yeah, Automatic Customer.
It's called The Automatic Customer. Let's see, The Automatic Customer by John Warlow, Creating a Subscription Business in Any Industry. This is the book that you need to read. This is the book that our whole concept is about, and what our software is all about for dental practices. The reason why I recommend this book is it teaches you all about the membership or subscription business model. There's a lot of practices out there that they think they know about business models and or maybe they feel uncomfortable about switching up a business model, right?
Yeah, because it's a hard transition.
It's a hard transition, you know. But in this book, this is actually a good quote in the book. It says the subscription model is the best damn model in the world, right? So I probably butchered the quote, but that's what it says in this book, and it explains why, right? And today I want to talk about a few things. We want to talk about 8 reasons why a practice, whether they're fee-for-service or a PPO-driven practice, why you would need a membership program. But let's first stop and talk about how can an in-house membership program help a fee-for-service practice?
Well, it's gonna go both ways.
Yeah.
I mean,
so how can it help
a
either one?
fee-for-service practice and a PPO practice, and there's 8 reasons why, and the book talks about this. And this is where we got our reasons why.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it goes into detail on them too, so we highly recommend buy the book, go read it, find out why.
Yeah, and then chat with us about it. But we want to know.
But we're going to talk about these reasons. So the first reason why is it increases the value of your practice 2 to 5 times. I think we've referred to it previously 6 to 10 times, but it's actually 2 to 5 times annual recurring revenue. So if you're a traditional cash flow business or a fee-for-service practice, when you go to sell your practice, a practice that's being sold at the same time that has a recurring revenue, a stream of recurring revenue is going to be valued at 2 to 5 times more than your practice would.
And that's 2 to 5 times annual.
Annual recurring revenue, yeah. So
which is awesome. Let's talk about that a bit.
Yeah.
Traditionally in dentistry, when a practice is they're wanting to sell, they have a discounted cash flow valuation.
Yeah.
Right. And that goes with any business with a traditional
and usually it's marked
revenue
at
model.
Usually it's marked at about 75 cents to the dollar.
Yeah. So it's discounted to the next buyer.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to avoid that when it comes to valuing a business, whether it's your practice or anything you're doing, right? We want to avoid that discount.
Yes.
That discount problem, right?
Yeah.
Who wants to discount their business? You've worked years and years and years for it, and then all of a sudden, like, well, we can buy it from you, but you got to give us a large discount, right? A membership program gives you a platform to build upon to help increase.
It gives you that much more incentive to build a good practice.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know,
a solid practice with solid cash flow, right? And predictable cash flow. That's the main reason.
You're going to cash out more in the end.
You're going to cash out more at the end, especially if you can prove that you have future revenue, right? If you say, look, we've have years and years of patients that have been involved in our membership program, and the average patient stays with us for 20 years. Let's say that, right? At the end of the time of the
end of your practice or your career, you decide to sell.
You'll be able to prove that.
You have proven records of a solid practice, and on top of that, the buyer is going to be that much more incentivized to buy your practice.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's going to be easier to
if
sell.
I were to go buy a business or invest in anything, I make sure there is a predictable cash stream, like a recurring revenue stream.
I mean,
if there's not, I know it's risky, and I do not want to purchase it, right? So that's exactly what if I'm going to invest into something, those are the two things. The two things I look for is cash flow. Is it predictable? Can I rely on it? Is it going to increase value, equity, right? So those are the two things that all the dentists out there that are interested in creating a membership program, those are two things you need to be thinking about, because your practice is your biggest investment.
Yeah.
Right? A business in general is anyone's biggest investment. So that's how we should be treating it. Cash flow and increased value or equity.
Yeah.
So that's the first one.
Yep. Second one is
increase the lifetime value of a patient. So what does that mean?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. So if I'm a patient and I'm gonna live in Salt Lake City, Utah, in the very same neighborhood for 10 to 15 years, I'm gonna probably spend my money on at a dentist or at a practice, and I might jump around a little bit to find a good practice that I like.
Practice,
and if I stay with a practice for 5 years, that's my lifetime value, and I'm going to spend $1,000 every year. I go to that practice. Over 5 years, I'm going to spend $5,000. So what an in-house membership program does is it increases the lifetime value of that patient, and the reason why is because it creates a loyalty program. They're gonna stay with you, and that's kind of goes into one of the other reasons is it creates a sticky customer, and we're going to talk about that.
Yeah, that's one of the other reasons.
But it increases lifetime value.
So and it essentially cuts out all the other dental practices that are sending ads out to these patients. When they sign up to a membership program, they're invested.
Yep.
They're invested in your practice, right?
Well,
and that's the real model. You want people to invest in your practice because they're going to stay in it longer. Right?
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, I might jump around from practice to practice until I find one that I'm happy with and it meets my criteria. Well, those 3 or 4 practices that
they have all your data, right? They're going to market to you.
That I previously went to, I only spent $100 there or $200 there, and my lifetime, I didn't stay with them.
Yeah.
I left. I went to a different practice.
Awesome. Well.
So my lifetime value was low for those practices, but for a practice that has a membership program, I'm more enticed to stay with them and give them my money because.
Well, and you think about that in all the other industries, right? Like Amazon Prime is an example I've used on many podcasts and just when I'm talking to practices. But Amazon's smart because in the early days they did not have a membership program. Currently, their membership program is a multi-billion-dollar revenue stream for the company, right? That's just the membership program, right? And it's similar to a practice, even though I know it sounds weird, but business is business, right? You can take business. It's universal, right? So they've got products that they sell. Dentists have services that they can sell.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm an Amazon Prime customer, I'm invested, right? and I know I'm going to get good deals and discounts for being a member of the program. So being invested, I've spent money. I'm like, well, I spent money to get these discounts and these awesome benefits. I got to use it. I have to use it. I'm paying for it. I got to use it.
Yeah.
So that psychologically increases,
Well, this is a proven fact. Amazon, when they implemented the membership program, the lifetime value of a customer increased.
Absolutely,
so
yeah.
Customers were
They
ended up spending
more, and then they stayed longer.
Exactly. Yeah, and that will.
I'm still an Amazon Prime member, and I still buy things. In fact, I bought all my Christmas on Amazon.
Yeah,
mostly.
No, it's a proven study in fact that if you offer a membership program to your patients, they will end up spending more, and we have case studies on that. Dr. Phelps has taught that.
Dr. Phelps talks that about.
Mark Costes has talked about that down in Arizona. We know
Absolutely.
from studies that it's the same case in the dental practice or the dental industry.
Absolutely. So the next thing is smoothing out demand.
This is my favorite.
This is one of my favorites too.
As a personal business owner, this is huge. Like to know it's so predictable as a business owner to know over the next course of the year I'm going to make $100,000. It smooths out your demand.
Absolutely, and demand is awesome, right? Because when I managed the dental lab, we had the feast and famine model, right?
Yeah, you're up and down.
It's 1 month we're killing it, we're hitting our sales goals and revenue goals. The next month, boom, fall flat on our face, right? This is what we don't want in business. We want to secure and minimize the risk in business, right? Oftentimes people say that entrepreneurs, and yes, dentists, you are entrepreneurs. They say entrepreneurs are risky, but no, it's the opposite. Entrepreneurs figure out how to minimize risk, and having a membership program in the dental space can do that for your practice, right? And if you think about it, my company, I've obviously, I'm not going to preach this stuff and not have the same business model, but my company has a membership model, right, where people pay monthly for our software, right? I do a lot of the budgeting and figure out a lot of the money in the company, and having a membership program definitely helps me smooth that demand and allocate budgets to where they need to go. When I managed the lab, which was feast and famine, it was impossible. It was a headache. It was very stressful to manage that demand, and that demand it has a direct impact on cash flow.
The thing is you are working really hard month to month, non-stop.
Yes. So I had a saying.
But you never get a break.
I had a saying. Every month at month end, our revenue resets at the lab.
Yep, it resets.
When I manage the lab, it resets to zero, right? So when you have a membership program, it doesn't reset. It does not reset. It's awesome. It compounds.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like let's say you have $10,000 coming in a month in your membership program. Let's just keep it conservative. You can count on that every month. It does not reset to zero. Yeah. Right. You know that it's going to come in like clockwork. Right. And that was the biggest thing, and the biggest frustration with me managing the dental lab is that it would reset to zero, and we're like, okay, we're back at square one again. We gotta get back up to $60,000 this month or whatever goal we had, and it was like climbing a mountain every month. And a membership program helps smooth out that demand and helps smooth that burden too. I think that's another topic that we haven't even put in here. Helps smooth out that burden of managing a company.
Well, right? It allows you as a business owner to take a break and breathe.
Yeah.
And go on those trips without stressing.
Yeah.
It allows you to have some freedom in your life. It really does. It totally changes the total aspect of running and managing a business.
Absolutely.
That's
huge.
Yeah,
I mean, these are all good things. Next topic is awesome. Not many people think about this, but when you have a membership program, you get free market research.
Yeah.
How do we get free market research from a membership program?
Yeah, so the reason why you get free market research is when you become a subscriber as a customer, like Jordan mentioned earlier, you're invested in that company, and there's a relationship there, a different relationship than when you pay
Then
out
it's
of
a
pocket.
transactional.
Yeah, transactional. There totally is. When I think about a retail situation, when I go into a retail store, I can walk out at any time and could care less about that store. But because of Amazon, I have a Prime membership. I'm invested in Amazon.
There we go.
I give my feedback to them. In fact, I filled out a survey a month ago to Amazon after I purchased a product and gave them my free feedback because I care about my benefits and my experience.
So cool. No, that's a good point that you brought that.
Yeah, so that's the same thing as your patients. They're invested in your practice.
Yeah.
And they're invested in their benefits. And they're going to be willing to give you.
It's a win-win.
feedback.
It's a win-win for both.
Yep.
It's a win-win for both the patient and the practice,
It's a
right?
total different relationship
it's
there.
a completely different relationship. So you get free market research. Patients become more loyal, and when they're more loyal, they basically talk more. They give their feedback more.
And that's not going to be the case with every person, but studies have shown that when you're a member, you're more likely to share your relationships a lot more intimate.
Absolutely.
When you're in a transaction. So
yeah, so that's what was that one? Free market research.
Yeah,
okay. Next one I have on here is getting paid automatically.
Yeah.
Who does not like getting paid automatically, right? Now this goes if you set up your membership program
with a
system, like our software. Getting paid automatically is definitely essential when you're creating these type of membership programs, right? Because
well, to be honest, when you don't have an automatic system charging the card, it almost defeats the purpose of a membership program.
It does. That's probably one of the biggest benefits
Yeah.
of having a system to manage a membership program.
Yep.
But I think though
because you're basically, if you run a membership program and you're charging a $25 fee every month, and you're having to manually transact that,
doesn't make sense.
You're just doing the same thing you were before, but you're just charging the person monthly.
So speaking of that, I tell a story on my podcast, and I've written an article on dentistryIQ.com about this, and it's called carrying buckets, right? Versus building a pipeline, right? Having a system in your practice is building a pipeline, and what I mean by that is there's another book out there. It's called The Parable of the Pipeline that talks about the importance of systems in your business, right? Where they compare two people, and they say one guy is carrying buckets to deliver water to the village well. It's a very quick story, and I'm probably butchering it, but we'll just briefly go through it, right? So two guys get hired to carry buckets of water back and forth from the lake to the village well, because this is ancient times and that's how they did it. So they got hired, they got given buckets and said, carry water, we'll pay you on delivery, right? So both men go back and forth every day delivering water to and from the well. And one guy is like, man, this sucks. I can't stand doing this manual work. There's got to be a better way. And he developed what we now know is a pipeline, right? Where he took the pipeline, made the water go through it, and made it automatically send to the village well and got paid on delivery, right? So he created a system. A lot of practices, what they do, the biggest problem when it comes to managing membership program is they don't create a system and they become bucket carriers.
Yeah.
Right? So those people are bad people. Bucket carrier. You don't want bucket carriers. You can't scale a program with bucket carriers, but with a pipeline, you can imagine you can definitely scale it and make it to where there's a substantial amount of money coming in.
That's a great analogy. I love it.
So that's one of my favorite topics. That's another book that we could definitely talk about, when it comes to systems. And Parable of the Pipeline, go read it. It's a quick read. All these books are quick reads. We don't have that much time to sit and read books all day. Okay, let's move on. So that was getting paid automatically, so creating a system to do that. The next thing is you create sticky customers. What the heck is a sticky customer, Parker?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. Have you ever gone to a website and you hop on the website and you see a topic and you get stuck there, and then you go to another topic and you're stuck there, and sooner or later you find out you've spent an hour and a half on that website? It's kind of the same concept with your membership program.
Yeah.
They're gonna stick to your practice. They're not gonna go somewhere else. They're gonna stay there. Like I mentioned earlier, if I moved to a new city and I was looking for a new dentist, I'm gonna kind of bounce around, and then eventually I'm gonna find a practice that I'm happy with. And if But if I'm paying out of pocket every time I go to that practice, I could eventually just go somewhere else.
Yeah.
If I wanted.
Versus if you're paying a subscription,
an annual fee, I'm more likely
fee.
to go there for the whole entire year.
Absolutely. Right? So the sticky customers are a good thing, and in marketing, that's what we talk about.
It's a loyalty. It's an in-house loyalty program.
I think one of the biggest questions I've always gotten as a marketer and as an entrepreneur is, how are you going to make your customers sticky, right? How are you going to make them stick? And that's a subscription program or a loyalty program, whatever you want to call it, is exactly what you need to do to get your patients to stick, right? Dr. Phelps, I always talk to him quite a bit about this strategy, and he said, I mentioned this earlier too, and some of these things overlap, but he said that he had a customer sign up to the membership program, and then they received a sweet offer, a sweet discount deal to another office down the street, but the patient decided to stay because they had already invested their money in the practice, right? So that's sticky. That's having a sticky customer, a sticky patient. Right, so that's an awesome benefit there. The next one, and this is number 7, is subscribers buy more or members buy more. Right, and there's been some research out there. Dr. Phelps talks about it quite a bit. And if you don't know who Dr. Phelps is, he's created an awesome book about membership programs based on his experience in his practice. You can get on Amazon. And it can get shipped to you if you're Amazon Prime. We're not promoting Amazon here, but that's mainly where we get everything. And I've even heard that a lot of big dental suppliers are moving over to Amazon because they just do a better job at marketing. They do a better job at marketing. It's incredible, right? So subscribers buy more. Amazon and even Costco, they have a membership program. I've noticed a large increase. I don't know the stats offhand, so we'll have to document them in the notes in this blog or the video post here. But Amazon definitely has seen, I think their typical customer pays like $500 a year in products, but when they become an Amazon Prime member, it's like $1,800 a year, right? So
Dr. Phelps, you did a webinar with him, and I remember watching that webinar and learning that. Dr. Phelps talked about that when he first initially launched his program. He had patients that were paying out of pocket, I don't know the exact number, it was $500 or something like that every year. Well, when he implemented his membership program, they were paying an annual fee or membership fee of $400, so he discounted it. But that patient ended up spending on average something like around $1,200 every year, which was insane. I don't remember the exact numbers, but
that's on our webinar with Dr. Phelps.
With Dr. Phelps,
you can go to our courses on our courses page of this site and watch that webinar and get more details.
And so he discovered, holy cow, I've just learned something new, and membership programs are great because of that one reason. The subscriber buys more.
Subscribers buy more. Think about your own trends when you're on Amazon or Costco.
We got asked this
question. You'll buy in bulk in Costco.
We got asked this question though on a forum actually today.
Yeah.
A doctor said, "Why would I discount my fee for service? My patients pay me $500 every year."
Yeah.
And that's the exact reason.
Subscribers buy more. That's the reason why. Right.
And somebody else says, well, it's gonna discount. I mean, you're basically implementing a PPO into your practice. You're not.
Yeah, you're in control.
You become in control of your customer, and you control when they come in and when they utilize your services.
Yeah, that's another benefit that we haven't even written down.
Yeah,
when we talk about.
You take control of your customers and what they're purchasing pretty much when you offer a membership plan.
Awesome. And the last thing we'll talk about today is it recession-proofs your business, right? And I guess we can bundle up all those things, that it sums up to recession-proof your business.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Because of the predictability of cash flow, the stickiness of customers, right? The cutting out of your competition because of this loyalty.
It's ultimate. Right? I have some uncles that
recession proof. Yeah.
I have some uncles that work in the property management industry, and I remember interviewing them and talking to them about why they chose the property management industry, and it was because they both told me, and they were previous real estate agents.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
They were real estate agents, and the reason they went to property management was because of that reason. It's recession proof. There's a monthly subscription that these property
Cash flow.
owners
It all
are
boils
paying.
down to cash flow.
And I asked them, well, does that affect? Did that affect in the 2008 recession? And they said, no, not at all. In fact, our business
You'd
did
probably
better.
thrive, yeah.
Our business did better during the recession, and it's the same with membership programs and any business that offers a subscription plan. It does. They sometimes do better
Absolutely.
than they did in a normal economy.
I've managed two types of business models: the traditional model, and then the membership or subscription model, right? And I'm going to tell you, hands down, the subscription model is 1,000,001 times better than the traditional. Traditional model, right? It just plain sucked to manage a business.
It does. I've
done
it.
Yeah,
I hated it.
Yeah, it just sucks. It's very, very stressful, and it's not recession proof, because when the recession goes down, so does the cash.
Yeah.
Right. So, but if you can create a steady cash flow stream, and any practice can do this, and we'd love to help you do this as well. You can always schedule demos on our website and talk to our team about how BoomCloud can help you create this membership program and build an awesome pipeline, a system for your practice, so that you can become recession proof, and all the other 8, 9, 10. We've kind of threw in more topics in there, right?
Yeah.
But all the 8 core topics that make a membership program beneficial. Call us today. We'd love to help you guys out. And even if it's just asking questions, we love answering questions and helping out. We've got ebooks and plenty of resources on our site that you can go and learn about this business model, because it truly is life-changing if you can do it right and set it up correctly.
Totally. Yep. Avoid some pitfalls that can really cause some issues with the membership program. We're in the middle of it. We have all these dental practices that use our tool.
Yeah.
We learn a lot from those people. We
Absolutely.
learn a lot of their mistakes. We learn a lot of their wins.
And we're learning how to improve and how to better our software for our users, right?
Yeah, totally. But ultimately, feel free to call and ask us any questions in regards to planning, growing, and launching a membership program for your dental practice. We'd love to answer any questions you have.
Cool. And thanks for watching our BoomCloud tip today. It was a longer one, but it was well worth it, I hope. Have a good one, you guys.